In this episode, we pick back up on an early summer's morning in Olympic National Park's Hurricane Ridge. We arrived to the park late last night so that we could start our day as early as possible. Olympic is massive, and many of its highlights are spread throughout nearly 1 million acres of protected lands. You could easily spend a week here, bouncing from old-growth forest to snow-covered mountaintops, then back down to one of many beaches on the peninsula. But as usual, we'll fit as much as we can into a short 24 hours here. We've got a lot of miles to cover. Hurricane Ridge was home to a popular day lodge and visitor center for many years. However, in the late afternoon of May 7th, 2023, the lodge caught fire, and by the time the fire crews were able to reach it, it had fully collapsed. It isn't gone for good though, as recent federal funding has allocated $80 million to see its return.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's good?
I would say it's better than the percolator.
Well, can I be honest with you? I didn't remember how to make coffee in a French press. Like, I didn't know how much coffee per fluid ounce, so I totally guessed. And I also didn't remember how much time to put the French press on for. So when I told you to set me
Didn't come with instructions?
Well, no. So when I told you to set me a 4-minute timer, I totally guessed.
You sounded so confident.
Yeah, no, I didn't want you to think it was bad. So that's why I didn't tell you any of this until after you tried it.
Well, you taste it and tell me what you think.
I'm glad you liked it, though, at least.
It's not bad. It's not, espresso coffee.
Well, but we'll dial it in.
I think it can be better. Like, it has potential.
Oh yeah, these are done. I'm probably going to keep sizzling because the cast iron's so hot, but they are very hot. Oh man.
Good?
It's all good.
Worth it?
There's nothing like some sausages on top.
After a quick tailgate breakfast, we had planned to head straight to Mount Storm King, but the road to Obstruction Point caught our eye, so we instead decided to take a little detour.
You in the passenger seat, we can drive all night on the highest shelf you can't reach. Hey kid, you can count on me when you need a getaway. We can wave goodbye. Honey, you can count on me, never let you down. I'll be with you in the passenger seat, coming home for a ride. Anywhere you want, I'll go. It don't matter high or low, with you in the passenger seat, right by your side.
I just feel like I have more control when I'm going up. Like when I'm going down, especially at a grade like this with the truck this heavy, it's a lot harder to control the way that you're falling essentially than it is the way that you're climbing. The road's fine. It's just the implications of no longer being on the road that make it scary.
The idea that you could just kind of switch-tail your way right off.
That you could no longer be of this earth quite quickly if you find yourself off right there, but it's marginal. But other sections where it's pretty much a sheer cliff face down.
Honey, you can count on me. I'll be in the passenger seat for the long drive. Honey, you can count on me. I'll never let you down. I'll be with you in the passenger seat. I'll come along for the ride. Anywhere you want, I'll go. It don't matter high or low. With you in the passenger seat, right by your side. Ooh, you can count on me.
Goats in this area are closely approaching and following people or entering campsites. Habituated wildlife can become aggressive. Goats have sharp and lethal horns. Wow. If not friend, why friend shaped? Oh, and cougars too. So
Mount Storm King is a 4.1 mile out and back hike with about 2,100 feet of elevation gain. Most of the hike is easy enough for anyone with a good pair of hiking boots. For the final section of unmaintained trail though, I hope you brought your gloves. Because if you want to catch the incredible view of Lake Crescent from the top, you're going to need to pass through an incredibly steep section, aided by climbing ropes that have been affixed to trees and rocks along the trail. And if that wasn't enough, you'll also need to manage a short but very narrow, and a bit sketchy if I'm honest, scramble up to the final viewpoint. This hike is a unique challenge, but I think that's why it's one of my absolute favorites.
When I'm looking at you, I'm here and now. Eyes open and now, it's clear to me now. I wanna feel like this forever. I wanna feel like this forever. Oh, when I see us together.
You bought mediums, I thought.
you can buy mediums. I think my hands are that big.
Time is an illusion. The past forever sleeps. The future is in our reach. When I'm looking at you in the here and now, I'm alive in the heartbeat till I'm with you. I wanna feel like this forever. I wanna feel like this forever. Oh, when I see us together, I wanna be like this forever.
Okay, so the plan now was supposed to be to head over to Solduck and see the Solduck Falls, but honestly, after that hike, Paige and I are both pretty well spent. So I think instead we're going to go ahead and just head over to our campground. We're camping on the western shore at the Mora Campground in Olympic National Park. But before we get there, we are going to stop and see one very specific town that, if you have ever seen the Twilight movie series or read the books, you would be very familiar with, and that's Forks, Washington. So we're gonna stop through Forks, see if there's anything to see there, see if there's shops or anything like that, and then once we get through Forks, we're gonna head right on to Mora so we can get some dinner cooked up and hang out at camp in the evening.
The town of Forks gained a moment in the sun due to the wild popularity of both the Twilight book series as well as its movie counterparts. If twilight is your thing, it's worth a stop on your way through the peninsula. We stopped to take a look at Bella's old Chevy, Charlie's police cruiser, and finally the vampire and werewolf tree line before we moved on to set up camp for the night.
Also closed. Well, we tried. I mean, they say they're open though. Now that we're at camp, the plan isn't actually to completely set up. We still want to go to the beach and catch sunset, so I think we're probably going to go to Rialto Beach for that, but I do want to cook dinner first over here at camp, so we're just going to basically pull apart camp and set up everything except for the tent itself. Get a fire going. We have a pretty simple dinner tonight, but it should hopefully be pretty hearty and filling after that hike this afternoon, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I was just looking through the stuff that we brought, and I think for some reason I took the matches out of the camping box that we normally just throw into the back of the truck before we go somewhere. But I did bring this, and I didn't bring it to start a fire, but I mean, it'll work. You know, I also brought a fire starter, and with the torch I don't think that I'll need it, but I brought it, so, you know, we might as well use it. We're not planning on having a fire for a super long time, because we're just going to eat dinner and hang out for a little bit before we go out to the beach for sunset. It's just about 6:45 right now, so sun is supposed to probably set around like 9:30, so hang out for a few hours, enjoy the fire, have some food, and go to bed. Yeah, I think this will work. Would you like a knife?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so not good for your teeth.
Camping. Oops.
Oh man, I love Velveeta. I don't even care.
Okay.
Dump it in there, man. We deserve it, okay? We did a hard hike today.
Well, All Trail said that the hike would be 4.2 miles.
And it was not.
We both clocked it on our watch at about 6 miles,
Yeah.
or just over 6 miles.
Yeah, mine was a little over 6 miles.
All Trails didn't give an estimated time, but we figured 4.5 hours. We were done in 5.
Wait, can I teach you a trick?
What?
Okay, so you got this, right? Where's the lid to the... There we go. Alright, so you got this. You got your lid. You're gonna do one of these. Oh yeah, dude. Now it's empty, brother. Now it's empty.
You really needed that last.
It really was. It was worth it. It was worth it. We're even using the pre-packaged, pre-cooked pulled pork, man. This is class. This is a high-class meal we're cooking here.
No, it's just sometimes we like to take our time, and other times we want to cook quick.
This is just so this is like 10 minutes of cooking. It's just so much more convenient than needing to chop up vegetables and stuff. This is...
Well, I think sometimes it's fun to do that, and then other times you've hiked 6 miles.
Well, that's what I mean. Today was a hard day. Well, this is definitely going to be enough for dinner and lunch tomorrow, probably.
If not more.
That is a lot of a lot of Velveeta. Okay, there's your quote-unquote baked mac and cheese. There she is.
That I swam in the ocean last night. Salt in my
Like a little
lungs and
table.
always singing songs.
Dang, this would be the
In
spot.
distance,
We have
I
backcountry
see
movement.
a bright light. As I get closer, the stars gazing over. You pull me in like the tide. Lost in the sound of your voice and the look in your eyes. Like nothing I've seen, sea of green velveteen round around me till my fears subside. You were the beacon. I know rhyme and reason that I had needed my whole life.
Let's do what we're gonna do first. Let's do what we're gonna do first. You can go back and do it, but we don't have a towel. Do you have a towel? It's clean. You hear all those rocks it pulls with it?
I'm back in Monterey watching Luna. That's what it feels like.
Does it make you kind of sad? Maybe like nostalgic?
It's nostalgic, yeah. Nostalgic. I don't know. I put my whole body in there. My hair is wet. That's Paige's version of what I just did. She does it in her own way, you know. Yeah, we all do it in our own way. It's fine.
Technically went in.
Yeah. For sure. Your Crocs touched the water. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was the Crocs that were important.
Our final stop in Olympic was the Hoh Rainforest's Hall of the Mosses. This is a short trail, just under a mile, but the perfect place to understand what makes this rainforest so special. All throughout the winter season, this area sees around 140 inches of rainfall. Compare that to the national average of about 30 inches in an entire year, and it becomes easy to see how this lush canopy of trees and mosses came to be. And with that, we're all out of time. Thanks for spending 24 hours in Olympic National Park with us. If you want to see where we go next, be sure to subscribe to the channel and look for me over on Instagram too. A link to that is in the description. We'll see you down the trail.
You can eat out of this, you can drink out of this. Pretty much do everything.